English River First Nation says the 93 unmarked graves, 79 were children and 14 infants. Chief Jenny Wolverine says these are initial findings.
Let me be clear that this is not a finality. This is not a final number. It breaks my heart that there are likely more, or even that there's even one. The experience of residential school is horrific.
She says this impacts 16 communities in the Northwest who will need support, not just money, to move forward. Wolverine says Saskatchewan and Canada need to take responsibility.
Acknowledge that cultural genocide, dehumanization of First Nations and Métis cultures of the past. Putting words into action, have the political will to implement the calls to action. We have heard, I am sorry. Now we need to see action.
The ground-penetrating radar coordinator Don McIntyre says searchers took guidance from elders and survivors.
And this is based on the measurements of the soil disturbances that were detected by the GPR. We used a combination of GPR technology, geoscience, and archaeological expertise.
McIntyre says the search was based in and around the cemetery, which was used by the school until the 80s. The ground-penetrating radar detects changes in soil and provides a 3D image.
The advantage to what we did here being in an actual cemetery that did have some marked graves, they're able to compare and find that these unmarked graves are very consistent with the marked graves. So they look exactly the same.
The community wants culturally appropriate memorials installed and healing centers to address the ongoing harms of residential schools. FSIN Chief Bobby Cameron says the federal government should also release records and archives so communities can identify their relatives who never came home.
A lot of work to do. So Justin Trudeau, step up, be a man, look after and take the direction from English River and many other residential school sites across this country. Do the right thing. Do the honorable thing.
The community says the government should commit to reconciliation and listen to Indigenous communities. If not, Cameron is not ruling out legal action. Pratish Dayal, CBC News, Saskatoon.